Good morning, good people. Today is, hold on. Okay, sorry. Today is Monday, the 23rd of September, 2024. Here we are in wonderful southwestern Nevada, Art Bell, George Norrie country, Pahrump, or Pahrump, Kentucky. You choose. And this is Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and interested people on this journey through life. Because it is a journey, it is not a destination. We are not just atoms in the void. And the more efficient, more effective, more productive we are, the better the destination. That's it. Very simple. And we choose to believe that Jesus is, in fact, the Creator incarnate. That the Creator came down and took the body of a man, became man, not took the body of a man, became man, for the purpose he stated, which is to help people learn. Learn what? Learn how to become one with the Father and Jesus. Okay, good morning, Wadabetti. Did you happen to see the little thing, little video short? Did you happen to see that I texted you last evening? Let's see over here if you saw it. Beep Bob. Looks like you haven't. Oh no. I sent it twice. Oops. Okay. All righty then. So we'll see if Maticus Von Atticus shows up. Posse was out looking for him yesterday evening. Dave Schmeck. Okay, let's see. What's our meme for today? Today is week 3, day 1 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success class. Day 1, week 3, called Outside My Skull-Sized Kingdom. Okay, we're going to talk more about that a little bit later, but first of all, let's get into our worksheet. Well, let's go back to the introduction. So our goal is to help you on your journey through this life. How do we do it? You might ask. How do we do it, Johnny? Well, very simple. Two ways. One, the worksheet attached down below on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, our website, lovethyneighbor-nv.com. And that is initials or letters, not a verb. lovethyneighbor-nv for Nevada.com. Right you are. Okay, so that's our worksheet that has the experts, and it breaks it down into 4 areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. If you focus on these things every day, do the worksheet, do the schoolwork every day, you will get better on your journey. That's one of the 2 ways. The second way to do it is the podcast, the actual podcast. And what is that? That's what we're on right now. And what the podcast does is 2 things. 1, connection. Get connected with other people, but not today, because the other people apparently have something more important to do. Right. That's number 1, is connection. Number 2, repetition, building better habits. That is the key, building better habits. And, my hunch would be you find people who became successful, not who were given success, but they became successful. They worked at it, and they worked at it through repetition, repetition, repetition. What I notice more and more is everybody wants things to be different. They want things to be better. However, they want things to change. They don't want to change. They want things to change. They want other things to change. They want a better job. They want a better life. They want better friends, but they don't do the things that you need to do that. And that gets to a Viktor Frankl thing. When we realize that we can't change our environment, we're forced to change ourselves. Unfortunately, we have many people who don't do the things to change themselves, and they get frustrated that things don't change. Good morning, Matticus von Atticus. The posse, not the posse. The troops were out searching for you. Glad to see you're back. And hopefully you've sent a message to Dave Schmick that you're alive and well. He was concerned about you, so that's good. But not in a good way. So the good news is he's concerned about you. Okay, our worksheet, on to the worksheet. So we have 2 of the 3 peoples on the third triumvirate here. Let's see if the third person shows up, or they're just too busy. That's okay. We're here to support people in their life, regardless of whether they support us in ours. Okay, let's see. Advice from an 80-year-old. Be a good winner. Yesterday, the talk was about being a good loser. If you're a good loser, people will want to play with you. If you're a bad loser, nobody's going to want to play with you. And if nobody plays with you, it's not really going to be that much fun. So this day is be a good winner. Why? Because you want people to play with you, right? You don't want to win, hey, in your face, Neil Armstrong, and then nobody wants to play with you. You want to always be in the game. Let's see, what about Seth Godin? Seth Godin, embodied energy. Might only cost $2 in the vending machine, but that can of soda is a complicated battery. It stores the energy of the machines that were used to mine the bauxite, the ship that brought the ore to Iceland, the astounding temperatures used to create the aluminum, then more shipping, more processing, more handling, the lights in the store, and the power of the vending machine. And what about the book you just read? Not simply the energy to print it and ship it, or even the energy to grow the trees. What about the energy of a life well lived by the author, the edits and rewrites and dead ends? Everything feels different once we realize that something happened for it to become what it now is, or what it is now. Right. Think about that. Pick up this cup and think of what are all of the things that went into making that cup. Wow, crazy. Okay, the field marshal, the fecal marshal is back. Untersergeant Ordinaire, Matticus von Atticus, self-appointed Untersergeant. Okay, that's not too bad. Let us see. Okay, worksheet. Where'd you go? All right, so our theme of today is outside our skull-sized kingdom, week 3, day 1. So our neuroscience-oriented approach to success is a 4-week cycle. And it's 7 days a week for 4 weeks. And it goes like this. Week 1, introduction and orientation. The goal of the 4-week thing is to figure out who am I and why do I behave the way I do? two big questions. Who am I? Why do I behave the way I do? And we're not talking about a high level, who am I? I'm a child of God. No, we're talking about like when people are dealing with me, when I'm out there maneuvering through the world, who am I? And why do I behave the way I do? On a really granular level, not high level, granular level. Like, why do I not show up for the podcast in the morning? Or why do I sometimes show up? Why is that? That's a question to myself. Why is it? So who am I? That's the goal. Answer two questions. We've got 4 weeks. We've got 28 TED Talks, 28 sessions to try to answer those questions. So week 1 is introduction and orientation. Week 2, inside my skull-sized kingdom. Week 3, outside my skull-sized kingdom. Week 4 is what we call leadership. So if we turn it around to be a metaphor of life is a journey and we're going to be on a ship. We could be anything on the journey. We need some kind of vehicle to enable us to participate in, to create that journey. So we're going to use a ship. We're going to use a boat. And we're going to use it as a non-power boat, a sailboat. So the week 1 would be, what is the purpose of the journey? What are we trying to accomplish? What do we need to do on this journey? Week number 2, inside my skull-sized kingdom, translates to building the boat. Building the boat. And there's 4 parts of the boat we really want to focus on. The sails, the steering mechanism, the rudder, the below deck, and the hull. Those 4 parts. So the sails relate to the physical part. So we care about people transformation in 4 ways. Physical, sails. Mental, steering mechanism, our ability to navigate where we want to be able to get. Emotional is the below deck, the place you go to be safe, to be warm when it's hot, to be cold when it's warm when it's cold. The thing. Warm when it's cold, cold when it's hot, dry when it's wet, place to sleep, place to store all the treasure, place to store the supplies, the below deck, really important. You don't want to have things all strapped to the deck, always exposed to the elements, very tough. And then the hull is like the spiritual part. The spiritual part is like the whole. Matt, I'm blessed. So that's this 4 week, that's the metaphor of a ship. We have to build the ship. So you have to think in terms of, what do I need? What kind of ship do I want to have? Is it fast? Is it big? And then the next week, outside my skull-sized kingdom, is I need a crew. I can't do it on my own. I can't sail the ship on my own. I need a crew. I need to pick a good crew. And then week 4, what we call leadership, is actually in the metaphor, don't crash the boat. Don't go off course. Don't have a mutiny. Stay the course. The journey has now begun, and you need to get to the destination. You need to keep control of the crew. So that's it, our 4-week neuroscience-oriented approach to success. Week 2, last week, we dealt with what goes on in your brain from a neuroscience perspective. So neurons, neurotransmitters, reticular activating system, really getting into how our brain works. This week, it's about people, and today it's about tribes. It's about tribes, that we're in many tribes. Birds fly, fish swim, people form tribes. We're social animals. So this breaks it down to give you an idea of what stage tribe you're in. Are we in a stage 1? Life sucks. Stage 2, my life sucks. Stage 3, I'm great, you're not. Stage 4, we're great. Stage 5, life's great. In your various tribes, what stage are they? And the goal is just to nudge your tribe forward. But to nudge it forward, you need to know what stage it is, because there are certain rules that David Logan figured out, which is Tribes can only hear one level above them or one level below them. So if you're a stage 2 tribe, you can't talk to the members of the tribe at a stage 4 level. You can only talk stage 1 or stage 3. So little rules like that, very worthwhile. You do this, I promise you. You start going around into your tribes and you start noticing what stage tribe they are at. And then you can figure out, or you know how to nudge it forward. Leadership. Okay, there we go. So that is our thing for today. Outside my skull-sized kingdom. And so this week we're going to do David Logan. Outside my skull-sized, there's these things called tribes. If I want to find a crew, find people to belong with, he says, join a tribe, nudge it forward. So join a tribe. Could be a church tribe, could be a sports tribe, could be, a TV watching tribe. We're members of many, many, many tribes. Join a tribe and nudge it forward. Okay, so that seems simple. Join a tribe. When I came to Las Vegas, I joined the Italian American Club. That was my tribe. Now I'm in several church tribes, sort of, because I don't really join the church. I kind of just participate, but I'm in several tribes. Love Thy Neighbor tribe would be one. Another tribe, my school tribe, Santa Clara Graduate Program and Pastoral Ministry tribe, in those tribes. So join a tribe, nudge it forward. Okay, cool. How do we nudge it forward? Because it's easy to join a tribe. How do we nudge it forward? That's we're going to learn tomorrow from Seth Godin. How do you nudge this tribe forward? And he breaks it down to a simple 4-part recipe. Join tomorrow to find out. Wednesday. Okay, so after that, Wednesday follows from Tuesday, Simon Sinek. Thursday follows from Wednesday, building upon each day, building upon the previous day. David Phillips, and then Derek Sivers on Friday, pulling it all together. And then we end the week with 2 things from Jerry Maguire showing you how to not do it in an interesting way. Okay, can you please send me the video version of State Pen Workbook? Yes, I can. I can do that. Somehow. No, I'll figure it out. The digital version, yes, version. Right. Okay, not a problemo. Okay, that's it. All right, Matt is blessed. That reminds me of the metaphor. Can you please, blah, 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 digital? Yes. Okay, well, so we're at the end of another day. 2 of the 3 members of the triumvirate showed up. Who knows about the third? We've got to put our feelings to the side. So Maticus von Atticus, glad that you're here. We have some ideas that we will talk about later. Please don't call me this morning. I have a bunch of stuff to do, starting with my getting on Zipeloton. And it's too hard for me to talk while I'm on Zipeloton. But okay, people, let's go out, make something happen. Join tribe, nudge it forward. So what a bevy. You could think of all of the different tribes you're on now, you're joining. And the excitement and the fear. Join tribe, nudge forward. Watch today's TED Talk. And with that, we're going to say, and cut, bonk.